What's up? What's up? It's Keith Gaines, and I help people upgrade their life. Are you ready for an upgrade? This is you 2.0. And what I want to talk about today is the idea of stop hiding and start living and speaking your truth. What do I mean by that? Well, I just want to share a quick story about my life and about my past. And basically, I grew up in a very fundamental Christian home, very loving family. But I would say my childhood was not bad, but it wasn't necessarily the greatest either. I mean, I had struggles as a kid. There were some challenges with my parents. My father had mental illness, and my parents, they kind of fought a lot. And there was a lot of tension in the home growing up as a child. And so as a kid, my defense mechanism was to go inside and to be quiet and to kind of shut down. And I found that emotionally, that's how I would protect myself, by just being quiet and kind of reserved. And I was always kind of a shy kid, actually, in school. A lot of you who know me might think I might not believe that, might find that hard to believe. It's a shocker, I know. But yeah, the way I dealt with the discomfort and the tension in the house growing up was I would go within and I got kind of quiet. And that behavior stayed with me into adulthood. And basically, as I grew older, I developed this belief system that people don't really necessarily want to hear what I have to say. And it's probably because it was related back to my childhood, feeling like my parents were arguing a lot and feeling like they were just not, like I wasn't I was necessarily not as important in my own mind. I felt like they didn't necessarily want to hear what I had to say. And so that translated into my adulthood. And for years and years and years, I've always dreamed of like public speaking. I've dreamed of actually doing a YouTube channel and putting videos out into the internet and such. But I've always had this fear. I've always had this like little voice in my head telling me that I'm not good enough, telling me that, people don't really want to hear what you have to say. And it's funny because that belief system would play out in my life and my experience. Like I would be with friends and there'd be a group of people, we're all hanging out. When you're with your good friends and you're having a good time, everybody's talking, everybody's loud, and the energy's high, and so on and so forth. And I would try to speak in a big group, and I felt, and this is not reality, this is how I perceived my reality, which is not true. I often felt like I would begin to speak and then somebody else would talk over me, and somebody else would talk over me. And this is because I was linking this experience back to my childhood of not being heard or not being listened to. And so that reality kept manifesting for me as an adult. And so I got to the point where maybe I really don't have anything to say. Maybe people don't really want to listen to me, because it feels like people don't listen to me. And I actually ended up going to a Landmark seminar, Landmark Forum. Highly recommend you guys check out Landmark if you're not familiar with it. But basically the forum helps you get complete with your past. The forum helps you realize that yes, things might have happened in your past as a child or even as an adult. And from those events, we're too young, we're too consciously, or we're not mature enough to process that event properly. So we end up creating a belief system or an idea or a way of being that is a result of that event happening. So for me, the way of being with my childhood and my parents, the way they were being, I generated this belief system that people don't want to listen to what I have to say. And basically in the forum, I was able to come to terms with that. I was able to realize that was a story, that it wasn't true. Actually, I do have a lot of good things to say, and actually people who really are like my true friends and people who really care about me actually listen, and they listen and they appreciate the things that I have to say. So, and this is stuff that's all coming to me now, like I'm starting to put all the pieces together. But the purpose of this video is the title of the video is Stop Hiding and Start Living Your Truth and Speaking Your Truth. And I feel like a lot of us out in society right now, a lot of people are kind of hiding. They're not being their true selves because of fear of what people might think. Or maybe you have a fear of not being listened to like I did. Maybe you want to fit in, and maybe you think your ideas aren't good enough, or maybe you think your ideas are too crazy, or maybe you think if you come out and speak your mind and speak your truth, people will not accept you, people will not like you, people will judge you. And you know what? That actually could very well happen. That's a reality that it's very possible. But I can tell you, ever since I've taken the step to start to speak my truth and to start to be what I believe and to live my truth and be honest and be authentic about who I am and what I'm about, I feel so alive. I feel so much more energy and vitality in my soul, in my spirit, because I'm coming from a place of authenticity from within. I'm losing my concern for fitting in and approval seeking and trying to get people to like me. Like, I just don't really care anymore. And so it's a very empowering place to live from. It's a very empowering place to be, to exist from. Imagine going throughout your day. I'm not talking about being rude and obnoxious with your environment and with your community. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is, all of us have, I believe, all of us have an inner truth. All of us have an inner belief that is powerful, and a lot of us, we don't speak it. We don't share it with the world because of fear, because of wanting to fit in, because of wanting to get people's approval. But it's really, at the end of the day, like, who freaking cares? Like, what are you afraid of? Like, fear is a construct. Fear is not real. Fear is something that we develop in our mind, like me developing this fear of people not wanting to listen to me because something that happened when I was a kid. It's so stupid. Like, when you think about it, it's really, really dumb, okay? And another fear that I have is, like, well, I don't speak as well as other people. Like, I have a lot of YouTube people that I follow I've been doing YouTube videos for months and years and years and years, and they have hundreds of thousands of followers. And before I started putting out these videos and making this channel, there was a program running in my head that kept telling me, "Oh, you don't speak as well as those guys. Like, you don't know you're not gonna use the right words, or you're gonna stumble, or you're not gonna." Just all these limiting beliefs about what I can't do and how I'm gonna do it wrong and how I'm not good enough, blah 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 blah. And I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I don't really care anymore. Like, there are things that I have to say. There is truth in me that I want to share with the world. And if one person watches this video and gets benefit from it, regardless of how well or how unwell I say and I speak and I talk in this video, then it makes it all worth it. If you help one person, you help all people. That's a personal philosophy of mine. And so this is me stepping out, sharing my truth with the world, and encouraging you to do the same. Like, we need a planet full of people that are sharing their truth and being authentic and just making a difference and just standing up for what they believe and standing out, not blending in, not trying to fit in with the crowd. We don't need any more people fitting in. We need more people standing out and making a difference on our planet and society and in our local communities and so on and so forth. And so, there's one more thing I just want to add, something more personal about me, is I've been on a very intense spiritual journey for the past, certainly for the past year. It's been very intense, and 2019 was a very intense year of spiritual awakening, spiritual growth, coming into grips with who I really am as a spiritual being, having a human experience, not the other way around. And so I was raised very Christian, very, very, very Christian. And I have nothing against Christianity. I have nothing against the Bible. I love the Bible. I love Jesus. I think Jesus is amazing. I love Jesus. But I have come to appreciate some teachings that are not in the Bible. I have come to appreciate teachings like in the Bhagavad Gita, which is an ancient Eastern scriptural spiritual text. I've come to appreciate the teachings of Buddha. I have come to appreciate the teachings of Lao Tzu and the Tao. Like, I have come to appreciate ideas and teachings and philosophies outside of mainstream Christianity or fundamentalist Christianity that have not replaced my belief in Jesus. They have not replaced my Christian beliefs in the Bible and such, but they've added to that. They've added to my Christian beliefs. And I can tell you right now that there are certain people in my life that if they watch this video and hear me confessing to watching or to learn to learning about Buddha and reading the Bhagavad Gita and reading these New Age books, or looking at Eastern philosophy, like, there are people in my life I know right now that will judge me for what I'm saying. That the words that are coming out of my mouth, they will judge me. They will be concerned for my being. They will actually think I am lost, and they will try to save me because I'm lost. Okay, I have never felt more centered with myself. I have never felt more found with myself and my beliefs than I do right here, right now. Never in my life have I felt more secure in what I believe, with my connection to God, my connection to the universe, who I am, why I'm here. Who I am is really a spiritual being, having a human experience. The universe talks to me daily. God talks to me moment by moment, all the time, all the freaking time. And so I'm stepping out and putting this video out here because I feel like someone needs to know that if you're going through a phase in your life where you feel like you're transitioning maybe from the old paradigms or the old belief systems that you were raised with, that you were, or maybe that your family subscribes to, or maybe that your community subscribes to, but maybe, you know what, maybe you don't believe that anymore. Maybe there's something in your heart that's changing, that's evolving, that's morphing into something new and fresh and exciting. And you have some fear of stepping out and expressing those beliefs because those people might judge you, or they might think you're lost. They might try to save you because you're new age now and blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. Like, I don't care anymore. It's the point of this video. I love my family and I love everybody. I really, I love you. Whoever you are watching this, I love you with all of my heart. And that's what I've learned, this planet, that this existence, that love is the greatest power. Love is the greatest power that we can ever imagine, and it holds us together. It combines us. It makes life worth living. Having a life and a heart full of love. And I think one of the best ways to manifest more love in your life is to speak your truth. Stop hiding. You know who you are. I was hiding for years and years and years. I'm not hiding anymore. This is me unhiding. If that's even a word, I don't know. I made it up. This is me unhiding, and it feels amazing. So I want to encourage you. If you're hiding, stop. If you are not speaking your truth, stop. If you are not living your truth, now is the time to start living your truth. No more delay. Now is the time. There's no better time than now. There's no better time than the present moment. Because this is all we really have, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow hasn't happened yet. Right now is all we really have. So start living in the now and be present to what is happening in you. If you are going through a transformation right now, which a lot of people are going through, a spiritual awakening on the planet right now, and a lot of people are questioning, like, you know, what is, you know, they're not happy. A lot of people aren't happy. A lot of people are questioning. Money's not making me happy. All the cars aren't making me happy. The house isn't making me happy. Like, I just don't feel happy. Like, why am I have everything I want, and I still don't feel fulfilled? That's because your spirit, you cannot satisfy a spirit with material things. You cannot satisfy your soul with materialism. Jesus said, what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world but loses his soul? And that is powerful. That is a universal truth. So I want to encourage you all. I didn't mean to get all spiritual, but hey, maybe I did mean to get all spiritual. Who cares? This is who I am, expressing my truth, and it feels amazing. And so last thing I want to leave you with is a quote that I found on Instagram recently, and it says, do not be afraid of being different. Be afraid of being the same as everyone else. So with that, I love you all. I hope you have an amazing day. As always, sending you all the most health, wealth, peace, love, and prosperity. Peace.